Welcome back to Rekt Radio, the one and only show where a market that refuses to go down is seen for what it is, a coiled spring of pure, unadulterated bullish energy. I'm Sunny, and folks, what we are witnessing is not a pause, it's a power-up.
And I'm Cole, here to offer a different perspective. When a heavy object stops falling, it doesn't mean it has learned to fly. It just means it has hit a temporary ledge on its way to the bottom. Let's discuss the news before the ground beneath that ledge gives way.
It's not a ledge, Cole, it's a new foundation carved out of granite. And the main story today is the absolute fortress that Bitcoin has built for itself. We've seen volatility, we've seen scares, we've seen every reason for the market to crumble. And yet, here we are holding strong above $118,000. This is monumental.
Holding strong is a very generous way of saying stuck in the mud. The price isn't advancing, Sonny, it's just pinned down. This isn't a show of strength. It's a sign of a brutal trench war where neither side can gain an inch. The so-called resilience you're celebrating is just exhaustion. The market is tired.
Tired? Cole, it's absorbing every single blood of the bears can throw at it. This isn't just about the price tag. This is about establishing a new psychological floor. A year ago, people would have called you crazy for even suggesting a floor this high. Now, the market treats $118,000 as its home base. It proves that the asset has fundamentally repriced in the minds of investors. It's a testament to the growing maturity and institutional conviction that has entered the space. This isn't the fragile market of years past.
Let me jump in here. It's a psychological cage, not a floor. Everyone is now anchored to this number, terrified to sell below it and too scared to buy above it. You call it maturity, I call it paralysis. And this recent volatility you're so cheerfully dismissing, that's the real story. It shows the market is unstable and prone to violent swings on the slightest piece of news. We are one bad headline away from this floor turning into a trapdoor. This isn't stability. It's a stalemate on the edge of a cliff.
It's the opposite of a stalemate. It's an active defense that is proving successful day after day. The market is successfully fighting off negative sentiment and building a base for the next incredible leg up. Every hour we spend above this level is another brick in the wall of this bull market. It shows that sellers are running out of steam, and the baseline level of demand is now orders of magnitude higher than it has ever been. It's a beautiful thing to watch.
It's like watching a dam creak under pressure. You're admiring the concrete while ignoring the growing cracks. And while you're mesmerized by the price, you're missing the flashing warning lights on the dashboard. Let's talk about the actual technicals, the gears under the hood. I have the TradingView dashboard pulled up right here.
Please, let's do it. Let's consult the oracle, because the story it's telling today is one of deep, profound, and undeniable strength. Let's start with the big picture, the most powerful indicators on the entire page, the moving averages. Cole, what do they say? It's a strong buy. Not just a buy, a strong buy. That is the unstoppable underlying tide of this market. It's the powerful current that all the short-term noise and volatility is floating on top of. The trend is our friend, and our friend is telling us we are going much, much higher.
The moving averages are a lagging indicator, Sonny. They're a history lesson. They're telling you about the party we had last month. If you want to know what's happening right now, you have to look at the instruments that measure the current atmosphere. And right now, the atmosphere is thin. Look at the oscillators, the tools that measure momentum and real-time buying pressure. They're sitting at a completely uninspired neutral. There's no energy, no enthusiasm, no new buyers rushing in.
You say uninspired, I say perfectly reset. This is the most bullish combination you could possibly ask for. You have a strong buy signal on the long-term trend, confirming that the bull market is structurally intact and powerful. Then you have the short-term momentum indicators cooling off to neutral. What does that tell you? It tells you that all the speculators and weak hands have been shaken out. The sellers have taken their shot, and they fail to even dent the momentum. The market has taken a healthy, necessary breather without giving up any ground. It's consolidating its power, building energy on this new high launchpad. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's the sign of a market preparing for its next explosive launch.
It is a massive, glaring divergence that should be setting off alarm bells for anyone who is paying attention. The past trend is screaming up, while the present momentum is screaming sideways. The engine has stalled, Sonny. The only thing holding the price up is the memory of the previous climb. The overall summary on the page is just a buy, not a strong buy, precisely because the lifeless oscillators are dragging down the average. It shows the strength is fading in real time. This is a classic bull trap. It lures in the people staring at the rearview mirror while the dashboard is flashing red. The conviction is gone. The buyers are exhausted.
It's not a trap, it's a confirmation. The fact that the bears couldn't drag the oscillators into the sell territory despite all the volatility is a massive win for the bulls. They held the line. Now the indicators have reset, the foundation is holding at a record high, and the underlying trend is screamingly bullish. This is the picture of a healthy, mature bull market gearing up for its next move.
It's the picture of a market on life support, with the lagging indicators being the only thing keeping the heart monitor from flatlining completely. This holding pattern is a sign of deep trouble, not deep strength. It's the final pause before the plunge.
That's all for this episode of Rekt Radio. I will be back to watch this incredibly strong foundation serve as the launchpad for our next trip to a new all-time high. The market has spoken. Stay bullish.
And I will be back to remind you that a high plateau is a very dangerous place to be. Don't get mesmerized by lagging indicators and a price that's going nowhere. You've been listening to Rekt Radio.